welcome to my YouTube channel. It's night time and I felt like recording in my kitchen today because I made dinner early and there's a lot of storm. It's been raining. Don't ask me why I'm not wearing a sweater. I didn't find it relevant because I'm in the confines of my own home and it's a bit warm, so don't worry. If you hear the storms outside, I hope they will not be disrupting the voice or our discussion. So I brought coffee with me so that I can keep myself warmed up as I continue to share with you. So women today, we must break the stereotype, and because those that came before us fought so hard so that we can be able to have the positions that we have, the opportunities that we have, and women empowerment is still a work in progress. But let's not ignore the fact that while all this has been going on, an important aspect to equip men or male child the same way has not really been taken seriously. Now we empower women and then we leave the men behind, and then we expect the men to be able to support an empowered generation of women, which is absolutely not ideal. Now we must break stereotypes. Before today, women used to choose spouses, or their parents used to choose spouses for them based on their financial stability, their possessions, their wealth, their richness, because being rich and being wealthy are two different things. Now, women are now rich and wealthy. Unfortunately, this combined with the natural born women who have emotional intelligence, which honestly, if you're a woman and you do not know how to regulate on any of your emotional intelligence, these things, the mothering, nurturing nature of women will overwhelm, because we are being empowered, educated, and then we are not able to combine all these things and bring them in both the corporate sector and our own homes. So we have to break the stereotype. We are no longer looking for men because they're rich. We're looking for men because they are men and they are awesome. Now, it's not really a simple thing to say, because obviously we have seen women being killed because they were chasing something other than relationship, partnership, marriage. They were looking for money, pocket change, because in some of these places that women are finding themselves being taken to are quite cheap. It's we don't want to say it, but if you say it like I'm about to say it, you'll probably be berated for it. Well, it's simply prostitution. Sorry to say, but it is prostitution. Men lose their innocence on a daily basis, trying to earn money, to afford a good life. Men are naturally created, or their natural instincts is to protect us as female. In a home that has a father, that man natural instinct is to protect his wife and his children, and he will protect his wife even from his male sons. Why is that? They are our children at the end of the day. Think about it. A man's natural instinct is to protect a woman, and they always put themselves in the front line, and they lose that their innocence way before it gets to the woman. So a man loses their innocence so that you as a woman can get to keep yours. Isn't that sad? Now, we have already joined the workforce, we have already joined that, the frontline kind of battle. It is only fair to acknowledge that we have now equal rights. We have already been given that. How about appreciating those who lost their innocence before you? Those who have been fighting to keep themselves together and not have you go to the front line. It's been a friction. Of course, men weren't just going to let us into the workforce without showing us what they've been going through. And we took it personal most of the time because tell me when there was change without any fight. Tell me how, even in your own small ways, got out of your comfort zone without fighting so hard to break your norms. It's not easy. So women, let's break the stereotype, acknowledge that men lost their innocence before we did, and they did that so that we don't have to. But now that we don't have a problem losing ours, and honestly, they would prefer that we keep our innocence, especially one that is mental. I'll give you an example. In a good relationship where two people love each other, they know nothing but the love that they share. If one person betrays the other, there is a change in how that person sees the other, and you can see it in their eyes. So that kind of love, the innocent love being lost and the change in the face, men knew that that's going to happen when we enter the workforce. So as a woman, try as much as you can to not try and mimic the masculine energy in your daily life, even though sometimes you may be required to use it out in the field, in your corporate jobs, and in your day-to-day life. Try as much as you can to be as feminine as it is your nature. It is natural for you to be feminine. Don't fight it. I mean, how powerful is it to be a woman? Because men will want to protect a feminine woman, not a masculine woman. We all have it in us, both feminine and masculine energy. Please, be who you are supposed to be. Be exactly where you need to be, and let the other things take shape, because that's how we are made. Oh, then let us be authentic to who we are supposed to be. Let us be authentic in our relationship. Let us be authentic in our moves, in our words. I am not saying that I am not saying you change who you are. There are women who naturally are born looking, sounding, acting male than they are female. But sometimes it's how you train yourself. It's your environment that shapes you. It's your mentality that shapes you. Daily, we learn how to be a woman despite being born being a woman. We learn daily. We discover our emotions daily. We discover our potentials daily. It's like reading a book. None of us were born with everything that we are today. We fed ourselves this information. Look at it this way: a wolf in the dark and a wolf in the light. Which one of these wolves survives? It's the wolf that you feed, not the one in the light, not the one in the dark. I mean, the one you feed is the one that survives. So don't tell me I am natural born female, but I feel like I possess more masculine energy. No. That's not true. You have built yourself to act, to position yourself, to speak, to wear like a man, and all these things put together. You have already fed your wolf, and that's what the outcome is. Masculine energy. But if you decide to feed the wolf that is the feminine. You are already born feminine. It's more natural for you to look, to feel, to act, to speak, and even to do things like a woman would. It's more natural to do that than to be a man. I don't see myself, no matter how much I wear, I look like a man. I grew up in a family of 4 boys, and not one day did I wake up thinking, I think I should have more freedom than my brother, because come on, my brothers had some sort of freedom growing up. I wouldn't want it, because what they did with that freedom was not desirable for me. I mean, that's a topic for another day, but if you're a woman, if you're a natural born woman, be a woman. Rather, if you're born female, be feminine. If you're born male, how about being masculine? Well, don't come at me. I did not make the nature. You can change the English as you want, but biology remains biology, and these things are as simple as that. So, self-perception is very important to look at when you are when you are trying to position yourself as whatever gender, as whatever personality, as whatever presentation you want to be, to look at yourself inwardly and make sure that you are not giving power to something that isn't natural, to something that isn't really you, to something that will be exhausting. Because if today you feel like female and tomorrow you feel more male, and for some reason some days you feel like both, it's confusing. It is. How about we implement some of those things that we always tell ourselves on a daily basis? Just, you were born female, act feminine. Wake up in the morning, do what female do. Or just read about it and implement it in your own life. I mean, if you're not a good speaker and you speak often, you speak daily, you practice your speech, you practice your word, you practice your sentences. I wasn't born speaking English, I learned English. I was punished in my preschool life to speak English. I was reprimanded, I was examined. All these things happened so that I can be able to speak English, but that's not my first language, and honestly not even my second, it's probably third. But I'm speaking it, not because I'm born English. Same thing. You're born female. Teach yourself, practice, be feminine. So, that being said, in relationship dynamics, it's very important as a woman to position yourself as the woman. Let the man be men. Let them protect you because it is their natural instinct to do so. Let them provide. It is natural for them to do that. And as a woman, take care of your affairs, the ones that you're supposed to be taking care of. Today we have women who are looking for relationships with wanting a man who can provide, a man who can take care of his family, a man who can protect his wife and his children, we're looking for all these things that are natural, male-oriented, and they are supposed to have these things in their masculine energy. But we, as the modern woman who's been empowered, who's been educated, who's been exposed, we are not willing to walk into that relationship with feminine energy. That's all that man asks for. So, and even if you're earning like I am, you enter into a relationship, still the same thing. You think we have worked so hard to do what men can do, because what a man can do, a woman can do it 10 times better, right? Right? No, that's not right. Because I don't see, we've been working so hard to put ourselves in positions and provide the same women can. But men have not done the same to be what women are, or to act as women act, or to give the same things women give. They do not do it. Stop forcing it on a man to act the way that isn't natural for them. I mean, we have men who can cook, who can clean. I don't think they want to, but if a man works in the hospitality tech sector, it's easy for that man to enter into your kitchen and provide you with a quality meal. They will do it because they want to do it. It's a passion they have. But if a man isn't in that sort of profession, they would probably give you a bed and breakfast, a breakfast in bed. Bed and breakfast, what you get from working in the hotel industry. They can wake up one morning and decide to give you a breakfast in bed and whip up 1, 2, 3 things here and there, but that doesn't mean it's a thing they enjoy doing every single day. Don't forget that being a wife, being a mother, you don't even cook by the book. You wake up every single day and make up your own food in your own house. Make up a recipe. You do not cook by the book. Men don't do it. You wake up in the morning, you go to work, and while you are on your way, you're thinking about, did I leave breakfast for my kids? Did I leave lunch? And what are we going to have in the evening? All these things are in your mind. Trust me, they're not in your husband's mind. They're not in your male figures, the one you're living with. They're not in their mind. As long as they've provided, and I mean they've made sure there's provision to make that happen, they don't think about the nitty-gritties of it. Let us not force things. Let us not change the dynamics of things. I mean, let us enjoy being protected. Let us enjoy being provided for. Let us enjoy being feminine. Take care of yourself. If you're able to have an income, take care of yourself. Support your man as much as you can. You don't have, I mean, the 50-50 kind of thing doesn't work. It can't work with me. We do not do 50-50. I mean, what's 50? What's that? How am I supposed to do that? I can't give 50-50. If I give 50-50, that would mean I'm giving more than he is giving. That I will always give more than he is giving. Yeah. Because I am more. But we have to acknowledge that men lose their innocence daily so that we, as women, get to keep our own. It's time we acknowledge that. It's time we acknowledge that. So if you are out there calling yourself baby girl and you're looking for equal rights, 50-50, come in with your 50-50. It doesn't work, I'll tell you that for free. Just be a woman, be feminine, work in your energy and see how that works. See how that goes. Because without your feminine energy, he doesn't want you. He doesn't. Tell me why people who are gay, even if it's a man and man, I'm not sure the dynamics of that, but I'm just trying, from what I have observed, you will find that one of them, male in that gay relationship, is acting more female. Acting, I mean. So even in that kind of relationship, one person is giving feminine, the other person is giving masculine. So as a woman, being married to a man, just be in your feminine energy. It's all that man needs. It's all that man wants. It's what he loves. It's what he enjoys. It's what keeps him in his masculine energy. Because a man will not want to protect a masculine female in his house, but he will naturally protect, provide, and take care of his feminine person, wife, friend, girlfriend. It's natural for that to happen. Yeah? So how about we be who we are supposed to be where we are supposed to be. I mean, let us keep ourselves in our feminine energy. So personal growth and fulfillment is very important, because being educated as a woman gives you the power to be able to uplift your dreams, both yours and your man's, because your man wants you to be at your best, and you as a woman, you have to want the same for yourself. So develop yourself, educate yourself, read widely, get yourself a job, take care of your emotional self, yourself, your individual, your personality. Make sure you're fulfilled. You can give yourself these things, but it's more enjoyable when you are getting it from someone who cares for you. I mean, even if you're earning, you don't have a problem providing for yourself, but you can use that to support your man. Supporting doesn't mean 50-50. I don't believe in 50-50. It doesn't work. So, Lemon, I'm going to stop my video here, because the women that came before us, they fought for all the rights. Today, every right men have, women have it. Don't put yourselves in positions where you put yourself in risk of being ashamed, or exposing yourself to danger. Just don't. Okay? So, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you watch my previous videos, because each of them are as good as this one, and the next one will be better than this one. So, see you in the next video. I love you all. Bye.